Look at this, top four then, almost nose to tail.
Why the fuck am I so unlucky?
Oh, so close!
Welcome to one of the fastest races in the entire calendar, and while it's one of the newer races on the F1 World Tour, it's already staked its reputation as a fan favourite. It's Jeddah, and it's the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Phoenix, Hamilton, Charles Leclerc and Verstappen, Russell, Sainz, Antonelli and Esteban Ocon, Fernando Alonso, Albon, Pierre Gasly and Stroll, Hadjar, Bortoletto, Liam Lawson and Ollie Behrman. Hulkenberg and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where you are. But the drivers these days, they practice, practice and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can have optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
Formation lap gets underway then, and it's going to be interesting today to see how the dry conditions could affect the lifespan of the tyres. So as all the cars reform the grid, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring the planned strategies are all in place.
On the grid, ready for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here in Jeddah. It's lights out and away we go. They weren't held for long, but the two McLarens maintain 1 and 2 at the start. But Phoenix is alongside Oscar Piastri into turn 1 and has the inside line into turn 2, and he gets past the McLaren. That was a bold move by Phoenix and it paid off. Phoenix is under pressure now from Oscar Piastri down the straight, and they head into turn 1 side by side, and Phoenix manages to stay ahead of the McLaren with his teammate right behind Piastri, but Piastri gets a better exit and has another shot at the Red Bull into turn 4, and Phoenix covers him off and maintains second place. Piastri has now overtaken Phoenix before the straight. I'm not sure if that was intentional by Phoenix to get DRS down the straight. Now they head down the main straight. Phoenix looks for that detection point to open that rear wing, giving him more top speed, which he does. Phoenix pulls out from behind the McLaren, going side by side down the straight at incredible speeds, and goes round the outside and heads out of the chicane ahead of the McLaren. Phoenix now making a gap from Oscar Piastri behind us. Behind them come Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc, who have DRS on Piastri. As down the main straight we go, it's almost 3 wide as we head into turn 1. Max Verstappen barges his way through and into the podium places. But the battle is not over yet between Leclerc and Piastri. Piastri has got the inside line and gets past the Ferrari. Lando Norris out in front, absolutely controlling this race so far. Look at the gap between him and Phoenix.
We're a little bit close for tyres at this stage. I think just pull back.
Mate, this is your only chance of being close to the not just sitting behind like a grandma.
Talking about not sitting back like a grandma, Phoenix is right on the tail of Norris now. Just a lap after that radio. Look at the gap now between the two. Down the straight we go, and Phoenix does have DRS and pulls out from behind the McLaren and is ahead before they get to turn 1 and leads this race.
See you later, son.
All right, don't get greedy now, mate. That's good. Settle down.
Into the pits comes Phoenix as Norris stays out to try the undercut. Let's see how this goes. Oh no! And it's slow! The kings of the sub-2 second pit stop. That front left tyre was slow to go on.
Beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
On board with Phoenix now as he closes up on Behrman after the pits as he swerves left and right, but eventually goes to the left and goes down the inside on the Haas. Down the back straight now goes the Red Bull and the McLaren, and oh my! They come together at the final turn, and Phoenix and Piastri both have damage, so they are going to pit. I can't believe that has happened.
Man, is this guy blind? What the is wrong with him?
That contact between Phoenix and Oscar Piastri has absolutely ruined the race for both of them. Let's see if he can gain a few places in these 3 laps. Here comes Phoenix on the faster medium tyres, and with DRS he flies past Jack Doohan to move up into 17th. Last lap of the race here in Jeddah and flies past Bortoletto to move up 1 place since last lap, but he's into 16th. As he rounds the final corner, absolutely dominated this race with Phoenix not scoring points. I think he will move up into 2nd behind Verstappen and takes the checkered flag and wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Behind them, the 2 Ferraris are battling it out for the final podium place. It's wheel to wheel, and it's Hamilton who takes the final podium place. Further behind, it's Phoenix. With that clash with Piastri, he finishes 16th. What a disappointing race for him.
Here's the checkered flag. The fans rise to their feet. It's Lando Norris for victory.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
From lights out to the checkered flag, each and every driver has this moment in the back of their mind. Now it's time for their celebrations. Our podium, it awaits. He holds the trophy aloft, and why shouldn't he? A richly deserved win today for Lando Norris. exciting
What a
weekend of
race!
Formula One.
Feels
Be
good
sure
to see
join us
Norris
for
on top,
more
but
exciting
sad
Formula
for
One
Phoenix.
action very
Next
soon.
up is Miami, and Norris does overtake Phoenix in the championship. See you soon.